From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander.
Time to focus on an industry on business, equity, and opportunities. Experts caution that agriculture in Indiana and across the nation is facing threats and security issues, both biological and technology-based. Here at the Indiana Farm Bureau, the FBI and several partners are holding a summit this month to address the issues. Megan Ritter is the Senior Executive Director of the Indiana Farm Bureau. She offers some specifics.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com. This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Industry Focus.
I'm Megan Ritter, and I work here at Indiana Farm Bureau. We are a farm organization that represents over 60,000 farmer members from across the state, every county. Agriculture is everywhere. Farming and agriculture is Indiana, and Indiana is agriculture. When you think about what that contribution really looks like, Indiana agriculture is as big as the auto industry or the construction business. And so agriculture is everywhere in Indiana. We know that agriculture is really trying to adopt technology, right? We have a lot of technology needs. Digital is the new thing in agriculture, and farmers use a lot of technology on their farms, and so do a lot of agribusinesses as well. And so when we started having the conversation around food security and what we could do to really elevate the conversation around what kinds of threats could be happening in our rural communities or on our farms, we thought about partnering with some of our industry partners here in the state, including Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, BEX, and the FBI Indianapolis. And we started thinking about what really can we do to think about what are practical applications on the farm. And so that's really why we started the conversation, delivering that value to our members and farmers, and really the entire ag ecosystem as we think about food security is national security. So we've got a great lineup of speakers. It's a day-long event in Carmel, and everything from that practical application of what you can do from a physical security standpoint to a cybersecurity standpoint. And then, of course, we have a lot of livestock producers in the state of Indiana, and so we're going to be talking about biosecurity and really focusing in on what are those practical on-farm applications, and then also the relationships. So agriculture is not an industry that is, happening over here on our own. We have a lot of relationships that are really critically important. Law enforcement, our rural communities, our local elected officials, and those who work at the Board of Animal Health. We all partner together to produce a safe food supply. And so it's important that we have all of the partners in the room thinking about food security, national security, and what we can really do to provide a safe, plentiful food supply for all Hoosiers. First and foremost is that component of our farmers coming together and knowing that they are committed to producing the safest, most plentiful food for their neighbors. And so really at the heart of who we are and what we do, our farmers have that conversation on a regular basis around what it is that they need to support their business and making sure that they can do that. And recognizing that there has been, and it's not shocking to you or probably anybody involved in business today, that the elevation of national security and protecting our food supply and probably foreign adversaries has really grown in attention. And so the combination of our organization naturally having those kinds of conversations on a regular basis, and then the uptick in the attention to those conversations, as well as just the connectivity that we have today, right? Even if you're farming in a rural community, you are connected across the globe. We all have to be diligent. We all have to put into place the security protocols, follow two-factor authentication and some of those kinds of things, but then also just being aware of our surroundings, who's in our communities. And there are some really great examples. We've got guest speakers coming from all over the country of places where they have case studies that are public, that you can learn and consider what it is that you can do in your rural community and on your farm to really protect your business, your innovation, right? That's a big thing. So I grew up on a small farm in Michigan, and I always knew that I wanted to have a role that was connected to agriculture in some way. And there's not a better calling than, if I couldn't be involved in production agriculture myself, than really being involved in advocating for agriculture in our rural communities.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunities show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.